Hey, what's up? We're For the Foxes, and you're on Rock Forever Magazine.
Hey guys, it's Tori from Rock Forever Magazine, and I am here right now with the guys from For the Foxes. How's it going today?
Good, how are you doing?
Very good. You guys are in Orlando. Is this your first time playing here?
No, we've been here twice in the past year. Once on tour with the Somerset, we're the In Crowd and Go Radio, back in March, and then for Warped Tour.
So you guys are back fast. You were here on Warped Tour, you're already here again.
Yep.
So you must love Orlando. Am I right?
Orlando, yeah.
Good.
It's awesome.
Better love Orlando. No, I'm just kidding. Well, we are going to start with some Finish the Sentence for you guys. Now, the most random song on your iPod/phone is...
Ignition by R. Kelly.
Okay, random. Can you get any more random than that?
Hillary Duff's Coming Clean.
That is my childhood.
That's what I'm saying.
That is so good.
Cheetah Girls song. I forgot which one though.
Any Cheetah Girl song is good. Okay, you guys, your iPods are apparently like my 8-year-old self.
Yeah.
So this is great.
Awesome.
Do you actually listen to those songs at all?
I love that song. That Coming Clean song. That's the theme song from, remember, Laguna Beach?
Yeah.
That's
oh my
our jam.
gosh. This is great. And now, if you could take over anybody's Twitter account for a day, it would be...
Oh, man.
Scott Disick. Yeah,
So
Lord
good.
Disick. I'd take over his.
And what would you post on his Twitter? Because that's pretty...
I'm broke. I'm poor. That's what I'm.
And what about you?
Sandra Bullock's.
Okay. What are you posting on hers?
I would just be like, yo, everyone, I still got it.
And now, the best prank you ever witnessed was...
Prank that we've done or that we've seen?
Either way. If you did it, you witnessed it, so...
One of the first tours that we did a couple years ago, the band that we were on tour with, I forgot if they did it or someone else did it, but TP'd our whole entire band inside and out. They got the keys somehow, they went inside the whole around the thing, yeah. I think this is before you were with us, right?
Yeah.
But,
That is crazy.
I'm trying to think. Oh, also we were on tour with the Big Lights once, and when we were playing, they went to the soundboard and were actually talking to us during we were playing through the monitors and saying all this crazy stuff.
That is insane.
That was pretty good.
See, that's what's so great about tour life. You're living in close quarters with the same guys, so you end up with some pretty good pranks in the end.
For sure.
And now your favorite YouTube video is...
Oh, man.
You guys watch a lot of YouTube on the road, or?
We have been recently, I feel like.
Okay.
Hot Cheetos and Takis. That video is pretty good. I remember
I
that.
think I might have missed that one. What is that exactly?
It's a bunch of little kids just rapping about Cheetos stuff. I don't know.
I know what I'm looking up later.
We've been a big one last year for us was that rapper Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know him?
Yeah.
He just changed his name to Froggy Fresh though.
Why would you change a name like that?
I
know.
lost it since then.
He did lose it.
And now, last finish a sentence here. Your craziest tour story is...
Appropriate ones? Let's think.
Yes, let's keep it PG.
Okay. I'm trying to think of real quick. Crazy story. I mean, last tour we did Warped Tour, and this is actually just not even a cool story. It's just a terrible one.
Okay.
We actually got a new trailer, but we blew out a tire on the way down, and on the way home, we were like had no spare, and we're like, oh, we'll be fine. We just replaced the other tire, so we should be good.
Right.
2 hours into the drive from Florida home to Jersey, we busted our tire again, the other side.
Oh,
It's like no spare.
It's like 3 a.m. and they end up leaving the trailer like on the side of the highway with Jimmy, Anthony, and I.
So they're standing out. The trailer was like hanging out into I-95,
Right.
and the both of them are standing outside with their cell phones because like holding up to let know people were here. And we actually went to Walmart and got a boat trailer tire to fit on. And just to get it off the road, and then we had to wait till like 7 a.m. to like go to Walmart and get a regular one. But we were hoping to be home by the morning, but it didn't happen.
Well, let's hope that never happens again, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And now this is a question I would normally avoid, but I actually haven't heard the answer from you guys yet. What's the story behind the band name?
Cool. Yeah, I mean, For the Foxes is just it's a poem by an author and poet named Charles Bukowski that I was really into when I first started to college, and was just reading a lot of his stuff, and I think that poem just like really connected with me, and I've always been a fan of all of his work, so we kind of just said, hey, let's roll this, and it just stuck.
Yeah, and it's catchy, I'll tell you that much.
Cool, thank you.
And now you guys are signed to Hopeless Records, and I read that early on in your career, during the first, little while that you were signed to the record label, they influenced you guys a lot, musically and just as a band. So in what ways? What exactly did they contribute?
I think we were when we were first talking to them, we were so excited on the fact that they've worked with a lot of bands that we really loved, when we were growing up, and things that we listened to, like Thrice we were all of us were super into Thrice, and Danny was like a big punk rock dude and still is, and he used to listen to Mustard Plug a lot, and I know Hopeless had them. So we were just excited because we grew up listening to a lot of stuff that was on the label, and then when they heard they wanted to work with us, it was kind of just like a very surreal thing, you know?
Yeah, I guess that must have been sort of a dream come true for you guys.
Definitely.
And now the Revolution EP is out right now. So what elements did you guys add to your music on this EP to differentiate yourselves from other pop rock bands out there?
Oh, okay. Well, actually, we released that EP kind of like a while ago, just as a test, but
a year ago, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 2012.
Yeah.
Last year we did it. So we're actually writing. That was kind of like just a start point for the band to give some kind of identity and how we were feeling and what we were writing at the time. And now we're kind of going to be releasing recording our first full length in January.
Oh, good.
So we've just been writing tons of stuff, you know, and the Revolution was kind of like just, you know, familiar, like making the band familiar with people, you know.
Right.
And now we're kind of getting and progressing and getting better and writing songs.
You guys just answered another one of my questions without me asking it.
I'm sorry.
The full-length album. I'm really curious to hear more details about that.
Cool, yeah. I mean, it's been really exciting. Like, we got back from Warped Tour. We did the whole Warped Tour this summer, and then I actually went down by myself to a friend of ours lent me her condo in Alabama, like on the coast by Pensacola for 2.5 weeks, and I kind of just hung out there. I drove from New Jersey and just brought all my like guitars and stuff and my recording stuff and just posted up in this condo for like 2.5 weeks and just woke up at like 7:30 every morning and like would try to like vibe out and write songs, and I basically just stayed there for 2.5 weeks and just like got in a cool zone and wrote as much as I could, and we put together as many songs as I could, you know.
Yeah. So how do you want this album to compare to your EP? You know, how's it going to be different?
It's really different, you know. It's like, I mean, he's heard the songs that I've done, so how would you describe it? What would you say?
It's like it's time travel. Basically.
Time travel?
Yeah.
That just made me a little bit confused. Time travel in what way? Just you're going back in time through like different
influences.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we just always, ever since we started this band, it's always been a weird thing that everyone's always connected like some kind of 80s reference or 80s vibe to our band, and it's like we never really honed in on it until we like last year. We were in the past couple months. I was just like, you know what, like we love this stuff. Let's just do exactly what we love. Let's make a record. Let's write songs that we like, that we really, really, truly want to listen to. And I think the whole 80s vibe just came through naturally. And it's I don't even know why, because we didn't really grow up in the 80s. It's just something about that whole like decade that just resonates with me. Like I just love the fashion and the sounds and everything. So I was like, I think that's kind of the direction that we really want to take, is just kind of like do a modern twist on like an 80s pop album, you know?
I'm excited to hear this now. This sounds amazing.
Thank you.
And when can we expect this now? Is there a release date or like a time frame that you want to have this out?
There's no set time frame right now. I know we're going to be in the studio in January recording it.
Okay.
And then we're kind of going to probably do a couple singles or so, and then have the record come out maybe in the spring or summer. I'm not sure. It's not definite yet, so we're kind of still figuring all that stuff out.
Well, that's a pretty good idea, at least, to keep fans happy until we get an actual date.
Yeah, for sure.
And now, until that album's released, I really am loving this EP you guys have out. And one song in particular I want to know the inspiration behind is The River.
Cool.
What's the inspiration behind
Yeah, I mean, The River's like something I actually wrote this melody like a long, long time ago when I was on a bus to New York City, and I was kind of like falling in and out of like a sleep, and I was like in one of the bus chairs, you know, looking out this window, and I like kept having these like weird like lucid things of like lyrics and ideas, and I kind of jotted it down real quickly, and the song kind of was always one of those ones where the melody was so cool, and then we just ended up recording it, and it's basically just about being away from somebody for a long time when you're in a relationship with somebody, and you kind of keep coming back to them at certain points in your life, and you're away for a lot of it, and I kind of try to put that down in one vision, you know?
Yeah, well, it's an awesome song, so I'm glad you wrote down that vision in the bus ride and created the song.
Thank you.
And we have a fan question here.
Sure.
If you could bring back one 90s show, which one would it be and why? I mean, maybe we should just go with 80s show, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, we grew up in the 90s, so we know a lot of the 90s shows. What do you think?
The Wonder Years is a good show.
That is a good show.
Boy Meets World.
Oh, yes. Thank you for saying Boy Meets World.
Maybe like Clarissa Explains It All.
You guys, this is so great. This is such a throwback between your iPod music and now the shows you want to bring back. This is
They're just dating us.
And now, let's see here. Now, when you guys are not in the spotlight playing shows or meeting fans, what do you guys do in your spare time on the road?
We all do different stuff. I mean, me personally, I've been like working on a lot of lyric videos and doing a lot of songwriting and kind of like I'm trying to read more and just like get more in touch with myself, you know. But everyone does their own stuff. Jimmy likes to eat at Chinese buffets a bunch.
While you're in the van, he's eating at Chinese buffets.
In the van. I thought you meant just like when we're like not on the road.
I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if he set up a Chinese buffet in the back of the van, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. He's eating chips.
The day that happens, please post a picture of it.
I will. I know we've got a hot sauce selection somewhere in the van. It's always been his thing. So
yeah. It's a big bag of hot sauce.
Well, that is pretty amazing. And what about you? What are you doing on the road?
I generally, like, when we get to the venue, I go to, like, all of us actually go to, like, a local coffee place, like, get the local brews, you know.
So not Starbucks.
I went to Starbucks.
He went to Starbucks.
Oh.
I went to Starbucks.
Never mind.
We're on a new kick though, where we're trying to go like totally local with everything, you know.
Okay.
Like if it's whether like a restaurant or a local beer or a local coffee.
Or a local Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
That's a cool way to get to know the cultures, though.
Yeah,
you know.
it's exciting. It makes touring a lot more fun. Like, because then you find your little spots, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so next
that's
time
true.
you're through, you know where to go.
Exactly. And now, what are your plans for right after this tour? You're on tour with Tonight Alive right now. So what's coming up right after this?
We're gonna have December off, and everyone's gonna kind of spend some time with their families and celebrate the holidays and such. And then after that, we're gonna be in the studio in January. So.
Oh yes, very exciting.
Thank you.
And anybody who wants to follow you guys on Twitter and Facebook and find your music online, where can they go?
For the Foxes Band, like at For the Foxes Band on Twitter.
I think we have a .com now. It's just Facebook.com/forthefoxes or forthefoxes.com.
All right, sounds great. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been great talking to you.
Great talking to you too.
And everybody watching, make sure you check out For the Foxes. Get ready for that new album coming sometime next year. And while you're at it, subscribe to our channel for more interviews, and I'll see you next time. Bye.